Welcome back to Valley Life. I'm Alicia Safias, and I'm at the Pacific Medical Center of Hope in Fresno today talking about some truly groundbreaking and amazing cancer treatments right here in the Valley that you may not know about. Dr. Nizami is here with me today to tell us about this, and you really take a different approach to treating cancer.
That is true. A different approach in many ways because it is not conventional treatment. And this time we're talking about treating patients with non-toxic therapies.
That's amazing. And what you were telling me was that this began in a different way. You started off by just trying to give patients, make them feel more comfortable at the end of their lives. And it has evolved in a very positive way.
That's true. I always say that with all the background and scientific training that I had, I always think that I've been blessed through God because the nature has revealed its secrets to me. Nowadays, we're talking about strong anti-neoplastic treatments that have never been experienced in the past without any toxic effects on the patient.
So what happened is, through just trying to make the cancer patients feel more comfortable, you realized that these treatments were changing the nature of their cancer.
That's true. These patients usually have failed all the conventional treatments, and when they get here, they have all the doors closed to them. And as the last resort, they find these treatments to be more effective and with less toxic side effects.
And quickly go through some of the alternative treatments that you guys utilize here, because you've actually patented this.
Mm-hmm. That's true. The invention was made by me a few years ago. The protocol is cutting edge. It has never been tried anywhere else. And the scientific background of the protocol is extensive. And it's amazing that these treatments are targeting all solid tumors as well as hematological tumors, all types and stages of tumor with very good results.
All right, and we just met a patient. I'd like to walk back there right now. Her name is Laura. Tell us about what type of cancer she has and what type of treatment she's undergoing.
Yeah, she has been personally a pioneer in the field of alternative cancer therapies as she has experienced it all the way. I met her about 1.5 to 2 years ago. And when she came here, she did not want to try any conventional treatments because of the toxic effects. Although we always encourage patients to do both conventional and non-conventional treatments and work very closely with the oncologists in town, it's always the patient's choice to do what treatment fits them. The treatments here, working on the genetic level, they complement the conventional treatments, and most of the patients, such as Laura, that you will talk to her in a minute, they find these treatments an effective way to lower the side effects of the toxic chemotherapies and make them more effective. As a matter of fact, lower the risk of recurrence of the cancer.
And that's what's happening with Laura, and you can tell, you walk in and you're smiling, and that's not something we normally see with cancer treatment.
No.
How has this affected you and changed your process through dealing with all this?
Well, it's given me a different kind of a hope because, you know, whenever anyone gets diagnosed with cancer, it's almost like you feel like it's a death sentence, or at least you think of chemo and what you've seen people go through with chemo. And what I've seen with people going through chemo, it's really devastating to their bodies. And I didn't really go through that. I just stopped chemo about a month ago, and I went through 5 months, and the whole 5 months that I was going through chemo, I felt really, really good. And I know I didn't feel like the other patients in the oncologist's office that were there getting the same chemo treatments as I was, because I came here to get these integrative treatments. And I know that it made me feel better. I know my treatment worked, and I know now that I've gotten clear scans, I know that his treatment helped the chemo and, what's the word, increase the effects of the chemotherapy.
Well, you look amazing. I mean, just looking at her, obviously you can tell you're kind of glowing. That's not something we normally associate with going through one of the worst treatments, medical treatments there are. And I mean, you said you feel healthy.
I feel really good. In fact, it's kind of funny because I did lose my hair, and that's not considered a toxic side effect of chemo, but I did lose my hair. And when I was going out in public, I was bald. I didn't wear wigs or hats. And more ladies came up to me asking me if I was bald for my style or if I was bald because I was going through chemo. And people that I didn't know would come up to me and say, you look really good. There's no way you're going through chemo. So you must be bald for style. Because I did. I looked good. I walked, with a lively step, and I was happy and smiling. And people going through chemo, generally you just don't feel good, or you're depressed, and it just shows all over.
Well, Laura, you really are an inspiration. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us, and stay healthy. Again, those are the type of treatments and stories you can find here at the Pacific Medical Center of Hope right here in Fresno. Valley Life will be right back.